Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a really interesting phenomenon, the increasing number of Filipinos who are moving back to the Philippines after living abroad. For generations, Filipinos have left their home country seeking better opportunities elsewhere. But recently, the tide seems to be turning, with many Filipinos choosing to return. There's no single answer, but rather a confluence of factors, from the booming Philippine economy to the enduring strength of family ties, to a simple longing for the familiar. Over the next few minutes, we'll unpack these reasons, exploring the economic realities, the cultural connections, and the personal choices that fuel this homeward migration. We'll also look at some of the challenges faced by those who return, because, as with any major life decision, it's not always a smooth journey. Let's get started.
One of the most significant factors driving this trend is the impressive growth of the Philippine economy, which has been nothing short of remarkable. Over the past decade or so, the Philippines has emerged as one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia, showcasing resilience and adaptability. This growth has fueled a surge in new businesses and industries, creating more job opportunities and making it easier for Filipinos abroad to find good work back home. The entrepreneurial spirit is thriving and innovation is at an all-time high. And it's not just about the availability of jobs, it's about the types of jobs that are becoming available. Increasingly, we're seeing high-skilled positions opening up in sectors like technology, business process outsourcing, and tourism. These sectors are not only growing, but are also evolving rapidly. These are industries that often attract Filipinos working abroad who have gained valuable experience and skills in those very fields. Their return brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise back to the country. So the prospect of returning home to a good job, maybe even a better job than they had overseas, is incredibly tempting. It's a win-win situation for both the individuals and the economy. But it's not just about salary. Cost of living plays a huge role too. The affordability of everyday essentials cannot be overlooked. While the cost of living in the Philippines has been rising, it still remains significantly lower than in many developed countries. This makes a substantial difference in the overall quality of life. This means that returning Filipinos can often maintain a higher quality of life, even if their salaries are slightly lower than what they earned abroad. The balance between income and expenses is more favorable. Think about it. Housing, food, transportation, all these essentials tend to be more affordable in the Philippines. This affordability extends to various aspects of daily life. This can be a game changer, especially for families. It allows for better financial planning and more opportunities for leisure and savings. It means less financial strain, more disposable income, and the possibility of actually saving for the future. Financial stability becomes more attainable. Then there's the whole issue of healthcare, which is a critical consideration for many. Healthcare costs in many developed countries can be, frankly, terrifying. The financial burden can be overwhelming. In the Philippines, while the healthcare system is not without its challenges, it's generally more affordable, especially for those who are employed and have access to health insurance. This accessibility is crucial. This can be a huge relief for returning Filipinos, who can access quality healthcare without breaking the bank. The peace of mind that comes with affordable healthcare is invaluable. And let's not forget about education, which is a cornerstone of any thriving society. The Philippines has a strong education system, and the cost of education, while not free, is still significantly lower than in many Western countries. This makes higher education more accessible. For families with children, this can be a huge factor in their decision to return. The prospect of providing quality education without incurring massive debt is very appealing. The opportunity to be part of a growing economy, to find good jobs, and to enjoy a lower cost of living are all incredibly appealing. The future looks bright for those considering a return to the Philippines.
Let's be real, family is everything for Filipinos. It's the heart and soul of their lives. It's the bedrock of society, the source of strength and support, and the center of most social gatherings. From birthdays to holidays, family is always at the core. So it's no surprise that the desire to be closer to family, especially aging parents and extended family members, is a major reason why many Filipinos choose to return home. The pull is strong and undeniable. For many Filipinos abroad, being away from their loved ones, sometimes for years at a time, can be incredibly difficult. The distance can feel like an insurmountable barrier. The longing for that close-knit family structure, for those spontaneous get-togethers, for the comfort of shared meals and laughter, it's a powerful feeling. It's a yearning that never quite goes away, and it's not just about physical proximity, it's about being there for the big moments, the milestones, the celebrations, but also the everyday stuff. The small, seemingly insignificant moments that make up the fabric of life. It's about sharing those experiences with loved ones, being present for birthdays and graduations, and being a shoulder to lean on during tough times. It's about the emotional support that only family can provide. These are things that video calls and occasional visits can't fully replace. The warmth of a hug, the sound of shared laughter, the comfort of being together in the same space. And speaking of irreplaceable things, let's talk about culture. It's the essence of who we are. Filipino culture is vibrant, warm, and welcoming. It's a tapestry of traditions, values, and shared experiences. It's a culture that values strong family bonds, respects elders, and emphasizes community spirit. These values are passed down from generation to generation, and these values are often deeply ingrained in Filipinos. Even those who have lived abroad for many years, they carry these cultural touchstones with them, no matter where they go. So, while many Filipinos adapt well to life in other cultures, there's often a sense of something missing, a longing for the familiar rhythms and rituals of their own culture. It's a feeling that can be hard to shake. This can manifest in small ways like craving Filipino food, or in bigger ways, like feeling a disconnect from the cultural norms of their adopted country. It's a constant reminder of where they come from. This longing for cultural connection, for that sense of belonging, is a powerful motivator for many returning Filipinos. It's a pull that is both emotional and deeply rooted in their identity.
Look, life in many developed countries can be, well, let's just say it, intense. It's often fast-paced, competitive, and individualistic. And while this can be exciting and stimulating, it can also be exhausting, and for some, ultimately unfulfilling. Many Filipinos abroad find themselves yearning for a different pace of life, one that's a bit slower, a bit more relaxed, and a bit more focused on personal relationships and community. Life in the Philippines, while certainly not without its challenges, tends to move at a different rhythm. There's a greater emphasis on personal connections, on taking the time to chat with your neighbors, on enjoying a leisurely meal with friends and family. This more relaxed approach to life, this focus on savoring the moment rather than constantly striving for more, can be incredibly appealing to Filipinos who are feeling burnt out by the relentless pace of life in other countries. And let's not forget about the natural beauty of the Philippines. With its stunning beaches, lush mountains, and vibrant coral reefs, the Philippines offers a wealth of opportunities to connect with nature and escape the hustle and bustle of city life.
Now, it's important to acknowledge that returning to the Philippines isn't always a seamless transition. There are many factors that can make this process complex and emotionally challenging. Just like with any major life change, there are bound to be challenges and adjustments along the way. It's a journey that requires patience, resilience, and a positive mindset. One of the biggest hurdles for returnees can be reintegrating into the local job market. This can be particularly daunting for those who have been away for a long time. While the Philippine economy is growing, competition for jobs can still be fierce, especially for those in certain fields. This can add an extra layer of stress for returnees. Some returning Filipinos may find that their skills and experience gained abroad aren't always easily transferable to the local job market. This can be a significant barrier to finding suitable employment. It's not just about finding a job, it's about adjusting to different work cultures. This can be a major adjustment for many returnees. Workplaces in the Philippines may have different communication styles, management structures, and expectations than what returnees are used to. This can be a source of confusion and frustration. This can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or frustration, at least initially. It's important to be patient and open to learning new ways of working. And then there's the whole issue of reverse culture shock. This can be one of the most surprising challenges for returnees. It sounds strange, right? You're returning to a place you once called home, yet it can feel surprisingly unfamiliar. This can be disorienting and unsettling. Cultural norms may have shifted, social circles may have changed, and even familiar places may seem different. This can make the process of readjustment more challenging. It's important to remember that the Philippines, like any country, is constantly evolving. This means that returnees need to be adaptable and open to change. What was once familiar may have changed, and returnees may find themselves having to relearn certain cultural cues or adjust to new ways of doing things. This can be a slow and sometimes frustrating process. This can be a bit disorienting at first, but it's important to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to adapt. Embracing the changes can make the transition smoother. Remember, even though you're returning to a familiar place, you've also changed and grown during your time abroad. This personal growth can help you navigate the challenges more effectively. Another challenge can be rebuilding social connections. This is an essential part of feeling at home again. While returnees may have family and old friends in the Philippines, it takes time and effort to re-establish those relationships and build new ones. This can be a rewarding but challenging process. Life goes on while you're away, and your friends and family have their own routines and social circles. This means that reintegrating into these circles can take time and effort. It's important to be patient and proactive in reaching out, making plans, and staying connected. Building these connections can help you feel more at home. Returning home is a process, not an event, and it's important to be kind to yourself as you navigate the ups and downs. Take it one step at a time and give yourself grace.
So the decision to return to the Philippines is a deeply personal one, driven by a complex interplay of economic factors, family ties, cultural connections, and personal aspirations. It's a journey filled with both opportunities and challenges, one that requires careful consideration, planning, and a healthy dose of adaptability. But ultimately, for many Filipinos, the pull of home is too strong to resist. The desire to be closer to loved ones, to reconnect with their cultural roots, and to contribute to the growth of their homeland is a powerful motivator. Thank you for watching. We hope this video has given you a comprehensive understanding of why many Filipinos are choosing to return home. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content on migration and lifestyle stories. Don't forget to explore our channel and check out the suggested video on your screen. Salamat, and see you in the next one.